Shalom, Israel. My name is Officer Kayadwan out of I.S.U.P.K, Jamaica. I.S.U.P.K started 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. I.S.U.P.K is run by Commanding General Yahanna, the one man with the rank and the authority to lead Israel at this time. I say, Yahweh Ba'asham Yahweh Shai Barakatam to my brothers. Yahweh Shamar Alatan, Ba'asham Yahweh Shai to my sisters. All right, so watch this now. We're going to talk about the Christmas business, because, you know, say, next week, Saturday, I think, or Saturday coming, they might go celebrate Christmas. You know what I mean? I'm basically I try to show you, say, you know what I mean? We, the children of Israel here in Jamaica, have no part, you know what I mean? Have no business taking part in any Christmas festivities, you know what I mean? Or anything surrounding Christmas, because, you know what I mean? We have been deceived as a people. Christmas is one, not the birthday of Jesus or Yahweh Shai, and two, that is a custom that is a pagan custom, and the Most High punish us for that. You understand? So we not have no business to celebrate Christmas. You know what I mean? Unless we want to be punished by the Most High, unless we want this curse to continue amongst our people. You know what I mean? The problem, the poverty, all of them things there. You know what I mean? Us remaining here in captivity. If we want that continue, that is the only reason why you should celebrate this Christmas. It don't matter, you know what I mean, the little food where you eat on Christmas, but the government issue little road work, you paint the sidewalk and all them things there, you fix some pothole where we've been in the road throughout the entire year. You understand? But when it comes to Christmas time, them go give you a little work to put some money, you know what I mean, in our pocket, so you can reverence the Edens or these pagan customs against, you know what I mean, the God of the Bible, against your God, you know what I mean, but you have no business celebrating Christmas. Christmas is just as evil as murder. You understand? And all the other wicked sins that we commit against the Most High. You know what I mean? All right, so we're going to show you in the Bible where, you know what I mean, Jesus was not born on December or in December. You understand? I'll jump to the book of Luke, right? In the meanwhile, remember to share this video, like, subscribe to this channel. You understand? You know what I mean? And attend our online classes or in person if you can. You understand? Because we bring out information that will save your life in these times. You understand? The I.S.U.P.K and Commanding General Yahanna. So we're going to jump to the book of Luke, and it's going to tell you, you know what I mean, the nature of Christ's birth. You understand? So this is the book of Luke chapter, Luke chapter 2, we're going to start at verse 2. We'll start at verse 1. And it came to pass in those days that there went out a decree from Caesar Augustus that all the world should be taxed. You know what I mean? So this is tax season, see? And we know when it's tax season, during the springtime, right? Continue reading, verse 2. And this tax was first made when Cyrenius was governor of Syria. Verse 3. And all went to be taxed. So everybody went to be taxed. Everyone into his own city. Verse 4. And Joseph also went up from Galilee, out of the city of Nazareth, into Judea, unto the city of David, which is called Bethlehem, because he was of the house and the lineage of David. You understand? So David went up. Who is Slakia? Joseph went up to be taxed. You know what I mean? Who is Joseph? Joseph is, you know what I mean, the father of Yahweh Shai, or Jesus Christ. You understand? Verse 5. To be taxed with Mary, his espoused wife, being great with child. So him and Mary being, you know what I mean, Mary being pregnant, you know what I mean, ready to give birth, you know what I mean, on the brink of giving birth during this tax season. See, during the spring, you know what I mean, they went up to be taxed, to pay them taxes to the Romans who were our oppressor. We paid tribute to the Romans at that time. You understand? Verse 6. And so it was that while they were there, the days were accomplished that she should be delivered. So the day of the pregnancy was accomplished. Now she was delivering this baby. So during tax season, Christ was born. During the spring, verse 7. And she brought forth her firstborn son and wrapped him in swaddlecloth and laid him in a manger, because there was no room for them in the inn. You understand? Verse 8, and there were in the same country shepherds abiding in the field, keeping watch over their flocks by night. So right there you see again another clue. Shepherds were in the field watching over their flocks by night, meaning they were grazing their animals, meaning the sheep were feeding. You understand? So there were grazing taking place, meaning that, you know what I mean, this was in the springtime when, you know what I mean, the grasses were green and you know what I mean, the sheep could feed. You understand? This was not in no December, you know what I mean, or in any winter, you know what I mean. But let me tell you who was born in winter. You understand? I'm going to show you who was born in winter. You understand? Because it surely wasn't Yahushua. You see what I say? All right, so I'll go over to this article, see, and show you that our oppressor is the devil, you know what I mean? And the devil's institution is the Christian church, you know what I mean? Their mother being the Catholic church, you understand? All right, let me read this now, see? Most scholars believe that Christmas originated in the 4th century as a Christian substitute for pagan celebration of the winter solstice. Before the introduction of Christmas, each year, beginning on December 17, Romans honored Saturn, the ancient god of agriculture, in a festival called Saturnalia. This festival lasted for 7 days and included the winter solstice, which usually occurred around December 25th on the ancient Julian calendar. It added that the Roman Catholic Church chose December 25th as the day for the feast of the Nativity in order to give Christian meaning to existing pagan rituals. The Catholic Church hoped to draw pagans into its religion by allowing them to continue their revelry, which while simultaneously honoring the birthday of Jesus, right? All right, watch this. So you see where the Catholic Church introduced the pagan Saturnalia, you know what I mean, and the winter solstice, you know what I mean, to Christians so that them can celebrate as a representation of the celebration of Christ's birthday. See? But let me continue reading. The very origin of Christmas paganism, Nimrod. See? The real origin of paganism, Christmas, started by the Babylonians of ancient Nimrod. You know what I mean? Ancient Babylonia is ancient Ethiopia, ancient Kush. You understand? This is the kingdom of Nimrod, who built the Tower of Babel that is written off in the Bible. The original Babylon, ancient Nineveh, and many cities, Nimrod in the Hebrew, Salakia in the Hebrew is derived from Marad, meaning he rebelled, because we know how Nimrod built the Tower of Babel and tried to fight against the Most High, trying to go up to heaven because he wanted to fight the Most High. Continue reading. He organized this world first kingdom. Nimrod was so evil, it is said he married his own mother. That was the wickedness that Nimrod did, whose name was Semiramis, Semiramis, or, you know what I mean, other translation call her Semiramis, you know what I mean. After Nimrod, untimely death, his so-called mother / wife, Semiramis, propagated the evil doctrine of the survival of a Nimrod as a spirit being. She claimed a full-grown evergreen tree sprang overnight far into new life. Salakia sprang overnight far into new life of the dead Nimrod. You know what I mean? This evergreen tree is what you know called Christmas tree. You know what I mean? She spread this rumor that where Nimrod died, an evergreen tree sprang up. You know what I mean? Meaning a Christmas tree, that same tree sprang up, right? And each anniversary of his birth, reincarnation / reborn, she claimed Nimrod would visit the evergreen tree and leave gifts upon it. That is where the Christmas gift come from. That is what you are practicing. You understand? December 25th was the birthday of Nimrod. This is the real origin of Christmas, the Christmas tree, right? And Christmas. You understand? So we just try to explain to you, say, yo, while celebrating Christmas, you know what I mean, you're doing something evil against the Most High. It is not a day or a season of prosperity where the Most High is blessing you. It's actually the opposite. If you celebrate Christmas, rest assured that the rest of your year or the next year will be a curse. The Most High is not blessing you with these roadworks that the government issue and during this season while starving you throughout the entire year, right? The Most High is not blessing you with that, you know what I mean, rush of crowd in the marketplace coming to purchase your goods. The Most High is not blessing you. The Most High is not with that. As a matter of fact, the Most High is against it. That is the reason why you see so much crime. And it will continue. You understand? And as me say, this is a curse holiday and the Most High is not with it. And if you celebrate Christmas, you're against the Most High and you're not, you know what I mean, you're not celebrating Christ's birthday. Because Christ was born in the spring and Christ did not tell you to celebrate his birthday. Neither did Christ celebrate his birthday. Nowhere in the Bible you see any of the prophets, any of the righteous men, any of the priests, you know what I mean, celebrated birthday. You know what I mean? The Bible does not promote the celebration of birthday. As a matter of fact, the celebration of birthday is idolatry and stems from idolatry. And the Most High is not with that either. So why would the Most High want you to celebrate Christ's birthday? You know what I mean? We need you to come out of that. You know what I mean? Come into the I.S.U.P.K and the command in general, yeah, and let us give you the truth. Let us teach you how to serve the Most High the right way and stop serving the oppressor with his evil holidays. You understand? All right. So we're going to jump to some scripture, you know. See? Remember to like the video, as I said. You know what I mean? Leave in the comments. Share, you know what I mean, on all social media platforms. You understand? So, we're going to jump to the book of Jeremiah and show you that Christmas is in the Bible, but it is not spoken of in a good light. You understand? This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 10, verse 2 to 5. And this is what it says. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them. When it says learn not the way of the heathen, it's talking about this very Saturnalia. You know what I mean? That you are celebrated, calling it Christmas. You understand? Calling it Christ's birthday when it's not Christ's birthday. Our Shai never celebrated his birthday. So the Most High is telling you not to learn the way of the heathen. That is a heathen custom. You understand? The Israelites knew that they weren't supposed to celebrate no birthday. You understand? Continue reading verse 3. For the customs of the people are vain, for one cutteth a tree out of the forest. You know what I mean? So the custom of the people, these heathens, they are vain, because they cut a tree out of the forest. What kind of tree? The same evergreen tree that was brought up, you know what I mean, that the rumor was spread by Nimrod's mother/wife, saying that, you know what I mean, this Christmas tree was brought up after Nimrod died as his resurrection or his reincarnation. When nothing never goes up. You understand? Continue reading. For the custom of the people are vain, for one cutteth a tree out of the forest. The work of the hands of the workman with the axe. You know what I mean? Every year you see on, you know what I mean, on the TV, and especially American TV, you see them going out into the forest to cut, you know what I mean, one of those evergreen trees, one of those Christmas trees. You understand? This is the tree it's talking about. This is not new. You know what I mean? This is not any modern invention. This is an ancient pagan custom. And one time, the tree was the religion. It so happened that the evil Christian church incorporated with, you know what I mean, and claiming that, you know what I mean, tying it into the doctrine that they claim they take from the Bible, which we know that the Christian church, you know what I mean, teach nothing that is in the Bible. But because them hold up the Bible, you think that celebrating Christmas is good. You understand? But the Bible actually speaks against Christmas. You understand? Continue reading. Verse 4, they deck it with silver and with gold. right? So them deck it with silver and with gold. The same decoration that you put on the tree today has been done back in the past, but guess what them they do? Them never poor like you. Them used to put gold and silver upon it. You understand? So you get a watered down version of ancient, wicked religions, you know what I mean? And you're sinning against the Most High. In a cheap way. That's what they're basically doing, you know. Cutting the Most High short, for, you know what I mean, in a cheap way. Selling yourself cheaply. You get what I say? But this is against the Most High. The Most High is not with any Christmas and pagan celebration. You understand? The Most High is against, and the Bible is telling you that he is against it. Continue reading. Right? They deck it with silver and gold. They fasten it with nails and with hammers that it move not. You know what I mean? So them used to nail it down to the floor once. Nowadays, you put it in a painting with some cement or some dirt or some stones to keep it stationary because it can't move. You have to move it. You have to make it stay stationary because you already cut it out of the forest. You understand? It has no use. It's just a stupid tree. And you celebrate it and you want the Most High to accept it. You understand? The Most High now accept what you bring. Him tell you what to celebrate. Him gave you the Passover, which is in the spring, which I.S.U.P.K will be celebrating, you know what I mean, coming next year, 2022. You understand? We celebrate the Passover. You understand? The Passover, Slakia. We celebrate it because that is what the Most High gave us. The Most High never give us no Christmas celebration and no celebration of Jesus. You know what I mean? And no Christmas tree. The Most High ate that, and then you wonder why your life is such a hell. Because you're doing the things that the Most High ate. Christmas is an abomination to the Most High, especially when you take into consideration its history of a lot of, you know what I mean, sexual immoralities and orgies and drunkenness and one bag of revelry. The Most High hate it because that is breaking of the Most High commandment. And not only that, it is idolatry. The Most High has nothing to do with Christmas. And if you don't stop celebrating Christmas, you're going to face the judgment of the Most High. Simple. You understand? And we are telling you this to encourage you to come back to the Most High. You know what I mean? We're not going to, you know what I mean, tell you that this is okay while the Most High is punishing you, while you are dying every day. You know what I mean? We're not going to tell you that it's okay. Meanwhile, you continue to die, not knowing why you're dying. Looking around, seeing that something is definitely wrong with your environment and your people, not knowing, and we not saying anything about it. Your Christian church don't say nothing about it. Your Christian church tell you that it's okay to celebrate Christmas. They have a big Christmas tree in the church, and the tree is idolatry. You understand? But because the Christian church want your money, them tell you that it's okay, but we now go stand up and watch you die. We're going to give you the hard truth. We're going to tell you the truth so you can save your life. You understand? All right, continue reading. They fastened it with nails and with hammer that it move not. Right? So the Most High tell you that is against your Christmas tree. And oh, you know that this society is against the Most High. Them put a Christmas tree in every major city in Jamaica. Them put up a big Christmas tree to show you that they are against the Most High and they are with Nimrod. You understand that Christian church is, you know what I mean, is serving Nimrod. They are not serving Christ or the Most High. They're serving Nimrod. That's why them set up the big tree in downtown Kingston, in Maypen. You understand? Because they don't reverence the Most High, them reverence Nimrod. Nimrod who went to war, tried to war the Most High. In his ignorance, actually thinking that it was possible to war against the Most High. He built a tower trying to go up to heaven to fight the Most High because the Most High flooded the earth before. He wanted to stop the Most High from doing that again. Similar to what the white man is trying to do right now. Put his weapons in space, trying to prepare to fight Christ. But that is not possible. That's why we are telling you that don't celebrate Christmas because you're only going to face the judgment of the Most High. All right. let's jump to the book of Amos. And this is about your Christmas dinner that you are getting ready to prepare for this Christmas holiday. Zane, this is what the Most High say about your Christmas dinner. This is the book of Amos chapter 5 verse 21 to 23. Verse 21, I despise your feast days. The Most High is saying that he hates your feast days. We know what is a feast day. Christmas is a feast day. You understand? Why the Most High say your feast day? Because that is not the feast day that he gave to you. So anything you're bringing to the Most High must be yours, can't be his. So he hates your feast day, which is Christmas. That feast that you provide, that you prepare upon Christmas, the Most High hates it. You understand? And he's telling you that he hates it. And then you wonder why the next year come and everything is going wrong for you. You're sick. You get high blood pressure. You understand? You get diabetes. You get heart problem. Everything that is bad happened to you. And you celebrated Christmas, thinking that you're celebrating it to the Most High. This is the reason. Because the Most High hate your feast days. Continue reading. And I will not smell in your solemn assembly. So when you come together for the Christmas dinner and you put this ham on the table, no care what it smell good. The Most High say I'm not smelling it. 1, him tell you not to eat pork. 2, you're celebrating an evil holiday, the evil pagan holiday and custom. So the Most High don't have nothing to do with it. You understand? Continue reading. Though ye offer me burnt offerings and your peace offering, though you prepare that wonderful, you know what I mean, or well, not wonderful because it's all filthy with pork. You understand? But though you prepare it with your whole heart, you understand? Trying to say you're doing it for the Most High and doing it for Jesus. The Most High said, though you do that and your meat offering, I will not accept them. Neither will I regard the peace offering of your fat beast. So the Most High don't regard it. So you're doing it for nothing more than angering the Most High and giving the Most High reason to punish you. We tell you, so you need to come out of the Christian church, you know. Yo, I pray on to listen. I hope on to listen. Because now is the time that, you know what I mean, the Most High is showing you that he is not playing. He is not playing around. You understand? So now is the time for you to step away from the Christian church, because the Christian church does not have the answers for your problems. You understand? Let me continue reading. Verse 23, take thou away from me the noise of thy songs. The Most High don't want to hear your Christmas carols. He don't want to hear any remake of any ancient Christmas songs. He don't want to hear it. You love to hear it, but the Most High hate it. It not sound good to him. He said, him call it noise. Take away from me the noise of thy songs, for I will not hear the melodies of thy viols. The Most High hates it. The same God you claim you worship hates Christmas. So now it's your decision now. Do you love the Most High and hate Christmas? Or do you love Christmas and hate the Most High? Because no for you know. See, the problem with our people. See, we put enjoyment and nice feelings and entertainment before the Most High. You understand? So if it feels good, you don't accept it. But if the Most High tell you to do something that you think makes you feel bad, you reject it. So you reject the Most High because you want to be entertained. And it's childish. You understand? And you saying that you're doing it for the children is actually cursing your children. You're putting the blame on your children. You're saying that it's because your children wanted it, that's why you do it. Meaning you're putting the blame on your children. You're cursing your children. You understand? Just cut out this Christmas celebration. The Most High have nothing to do with it. Your Christian pastor is a damn liar, and uno should you should go to your Christian pastor and you should tell him that he's a damn liar. Now is the time for you to start come out these churches and call out the Christian pastors for the lies that they have taught you that is not in the Bible. Why is your pastor not telling you that the Christmas tree is in the Bible and that the Most High hate it? Why your pastor not tell you that? Your pastor set you up to fail. The pastor is not doing what a shepherd should do to lead the flock. He might lead you astray. Kevin Smith is a prime symbol for an example of what Christianity does. You understand? And it was the Most High that revealed what Kevin Smith was doing inside that church. You understand? So Christianity done. So why you still celebrate Christmas? For the money, you can make money. What you rather? You know what? Rather the Most High bless you throughout the year or curse you because of Christmas. For no choice. Zane, we don't need to come back to the last statutes and commandments written off in this Bible, man. Because this is your heritage. The Bible is your history book. You understand? The Bible is your constitution. The Bible gives you freedom out of this, you know what I mean, this oppression where you have to sell yourself short on Christmas to make $1 because you have been starving the entire year. You understand? The Bible is the escape out of that. So come to the I.S.U.P.K, we teach you what go on. All right, so we're going to jump to our next scripture in Jeremiah to show you what your Christian pastor have been doing. Let me just jump down to Jeremiah 7 and let me read verse 4. This is what your Christian pastor do. And it is evil. It's wicked. See? This is what he do. This is the book of Jeremiah chapter 7 and verse 4. It says, trust ye not in lying words. This is what the Most High is saying. Don't trust lying words. See? Saying, the temple of the Lord. The temple of the Lord. The temple of the Lord are these. You understand? The Most High is telling you, don't trust these lying words that say, this is the temple of the Lord. This is the temple of the Lord are these. Right? The Christian church have been claiming to be the house of God for so long. Telling you that Christmas is the celebration of Christ's birthday. Basically saying, these idolatrous religion represent the serving of the Most High, the temple of the Lord are these. Come celebrate, come do this, celebrate with us, worship Jesus like this. Those are lying words according to the Bible. Don't listen to them. You are the children of Israel here in Jamaica. You know what I mean? If your foreparents was brought over here in slavery, you are of the tribe of Benjamin, and according to the Bible, you are not supposed to celebrate Christmas or you will be punished. And with that, I say like the video, leave a comment, you know what I mean? Subscribe to the channel, you know what I mean? And with that, shalom.